The beautiful thing about calisthenics, guys, is that it allows us to form a relationship with our body. We get to understand the movements. We get to understand what works and what doesn't, right? And even though the basics may seem boring, but once you delve into them, they're actually pretty fun, right? Like the beginning stages of training, you see a lot of adaptation, so it's a very fun time within your training journey. So anyway, guys, try not to rush this. Try to take your time, get to understand it, have fun. Don't expect perfection, right? Just keep practicing, but you got to practice what is correct so your body understands that. First movement I'm going to go ahead and break down is the squat, right? The squat is one of the most basic archetypes for daily life and our human bodies, right? If you bend down to pick something up, it's a squat. If you go into a chair, you're just gonna go ahead and squat down and then come up out of the chair. So it's very important that we set the proper mechanics, right? Getting to understand the basics will allow us to advance into whatever it is that we wanna do further along in our journey, okay? So one of the main things that you wanna do is you wanna build stability and torque within your body, and that's gonna help you to maintain proper alignment, okay? So first thing you wanna do is your toes are grabbing at the ground and you're twisting out like so, okay? And what that's gonna do, that's gonna tighten up your connective tissues all the way through, okay? You wanna squeeze your glutes, okay? And that's gonna help keep your pelvis neutral, pelvis, rib cage, shoulders, ears, all in alignment there, okay? Now what you're gonna do is you're going to inhale through the diaphragm, you're gonna exhale, and that's gonna help to contract your abdomen here. Bring your shoulder blades down, back, arms forward. Okay, now you're going to inhale down, and that's gonna help to keep stability within our thoracic cavity here. So you're gonna inhale down, and then exhale up. Your breath should match your movement. So inhale down, exhale up. And as you notice, my spine is neutral and my gaze is neutral as well. Okay, guys, so the next movement that we're gonna break down is the lunge, and we're gonna do a walking lunge. So what you wanna do is I like to open up about hip width apart. That gives me stability. I'm going to step forward. Okay, again, toes grab, but here it's very important that you pull yourself down into the hip, just like so, okay? Right about 90 degrees or just below, and then drive up through the heel here, and then back up, okay? Inhale down, sink into that hip, and then back up. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay, guys, these are basic movements, okay, but when done right, they're extremely effective and it will help us to advance. So the great thing about calisthenics, obviously we can do it anytime, anywhere. It's a beautiful rainy day here in Phoenix, Arizona. And the next movement we're going to do is a side lunge or a Cossack squat, okay? You really want to work in a lateral plane of motion as well. We don't want to just work front to back, okay? So you're going to come out wide here, toes grab, arms here. Okay, you're going to inhale, pull yourself down in to your hip, drive up, and then cross over, pull here, keep this leg straight. Okay, so not only is this a strength movement, but it's also great for mobility as well. So inhale down and exhale up. Okay, another thing you want to look for is that you're not leaning forward. Try to keep yourself with a nice proud chest there, just like that. Okay, so another vital movement are good mornings, okay? So when doing this, right, what this is gonna do, this is going to help set the mechanics, right, with us going into flexion and then back into extension, okay? We're seated a lot, and we're usually here, okay? But we want to be able to be efficient in extension, right? And that's what the glutes do. And this movement is great for just general core strength. Okay, so what you want to do is, again, toes point, build your torque. Okay, you're going to hinge here. I like to place my hands in a prisoner style. Opens up my upper thoracic. Again, we're here a lot, okay? Rounded, and we want to make sure that we're strong and through here. So this is going to help with our posture. So open up here, push your hips back, inhale down, try to keep a flat back, a slight bend in the knees, and then drive up through the glutes. Inhale down, push the hips back, maintain that strong position in the upper back, and just like so. Again, guys, these seem to be very basic and simple movements, but when you do them correctly, they have a great effect on our bodies, on our posture, on our movements, on our lifts. It just makes us more functional human beings. The reverse hyper is a great movement for progression and regression. It also teaches how to deal with leverage, more leverage or less leverage. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to sit up on a platform like so. Okay. You want to grab here. Okay. You want to tuck your pelvis under. And if you're new to this movement, go ahead and play with it, right? If you don't feel like you have the strength to fully extend out like so, okay, you're going to start off with one leg. So keep your head neutral here. You're grabbing shoulder blades down and back. Go ahead and extend out, point, come back in, relax, inhale, and exhale. Okay, now if you're strong enough to do it with both legs, go ahead and inhale, extend, point the toes, hold, and then back in. Okay, keep in mind as you come further on the bench, okay, it's going to make it easier so you have more leverage as you extend out. So if you're having issues with it being too hard, just bring yourself further on the platform here. If you want to make it more difficult, you have less leverage, go ahead and push yourself back. So remember, with calisthenics and bodyweight, it's about gravity, okay? It's about either adding more leverage and making it easier, or taking away the leverage and making movements harder. And that is one of the main things that I want you to understand. That's how things get hard. Guys, that's our video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're taking a lot out of this. It's about understanding the basics and the principles of the movement so we can take this into our next progressions. Again, guys, be patient with yourself. Don't expect perfection, but practice what is good, experiment with it, have fun. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. Again, you can find me on Instagram at Base Theory Training. Until then, be well.